Welcome to the Slow Living Podcast. If you are ready to ditch hustle culture for good while continuing to meet your personal and professional goals, you are in the right place. I'm your host, Stephanie O'Day, and I work with overachievers from all over the world who are ready to stop living life in triage mode and start living the life of their dreams, one filled with abundance, joy, and a sense of purpose. Life is meant to be enjoyed, not endured. Let's get started. Hi there, pretty people. Steph here, and I have an opportunity for you to coach with me. If you've listened to the Kelsey, the Melissa, and the Shelley series and past episodes with Beth and Catherine, you know who I am. You know I'm a real person, and I am here to help you. It's not too late to live the life of your dreams. I've worked with people from all over the world, and I'm happy to work with you. You can find all the information at stephanieoday.com/coaching, COACHING. There's also an opportunity to plop yourself on my calendar for a free complimentary call. Just go to that coaching page and scroll all the way down to the bottom and click on the Calendly link. I'm happy to help, and I'm here to serve you. Hi there, Slow Down Society. Steph here, and welcome back to another edition of the Slow Living Podcast. We're on episode number 223, and today we are going to talk about the beginning of the rest of your life. I am recording this on New Year's Day, 2026, and you'll hear it in a few weeks, and I'm excited to share with you. So let's think about it. Let's think about the fact that last year is done and we are fresh. We're in a brand new year. You see it all over the place. Brand new year, brand new you, this and that, and do this and do that. And so how do you do it slowly? How do we change your life if you want to, or continue to live your version of the best life beginning now? So if you're listening to this in real life, in real time, we're standing at the very beginning of a brand new year, and it happens to be 2026. Also, if you're listening later, that's okay too, because this episode really isn't about January 1st. It is about right here, right now. And we're calling it the beginning of the rest of your life. And that's not a dramatic reinvention or a burn it all down, but a calm, grounded, and intentional approach to the beginning of the rest of your life. Because the truth is, the past is over and you don't get to redo it. You don't need to fix it, and you don't need to drag it with you into this next chapter. The only thing you truly have control over is this moment. And so today, I want to invite you very gently to decide on purpose how you want to live from here on out. Often with my coaching clients, I ask them to visualize or even draw. My goodness, if you happen to be on a shoreline or at the beach and you can draw a line in the sand with a stick and then physically step over it, step into the new you. That is such a powerful experience. If you don't have that at home, fine. Look at a threshold between the kitchen and the living room or something like that and step into it. Use any sort of metaphor or visual that makes sense and resonates with you. So for this new year, for this new you, I'd love for you to live by the slow living motto, which is the acronym for SLOW, of simply look only within. I don't want you to look outward. I don't want you to check to see what everyone else is doing. And I certainly don't want you to measure yourself by someone else's highlight reel. Instead, just look within, go quiet, and ask yourself, what actually feels good to me? What drains me? And what brings peace instead of pressure? So if you're a journaler, Take some time, pause it. If you're driving, don't pause because that would be scary. But write down what feels good to me and then give yourself a whole blank piece of paper to fill that up. On another page, what drains me? And you know what drains me. It could be people, it could be obligations, it could be circumstances, but fill up a page. What drains you? And then the last question to ask yourself is what brings peace instead of pressure? Pressure feels awful in your body. It feels angsty. It feels like you want to get away with it, away from it. Peace feels lovely. It feels calming. It feels soothing. You know the difference, so write about it. And this isn't about goal setting the way we've been taught to do it. You know how I feel about that. I recorded a podcast on how SMART goals are stupid when they're used to measure your worth or your hustle, and it turns you into burnout. So you're going to do resolutions in a much different way from now on because this is the new you. And this is about alignment and contentment and choosing a life that feels livable and not impressive. It is a-okay when someone asks, what'd you do today? To just say, I had a really low-key, peaceful day. That is fine. I don't want you to tick off with your fingers this impressive list of, oh, I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this, and then I did that, and then I did this, and then I did that. That's fine here and there, once in a while. But on a day in and day out basis, you will burn out. Your productivity is not your self-worth. Your self-worth comes first, regardless of how productive you may or may not be. So here, let's take a deep breath and let it go. And I want you to think about this. The past is done. The mistakes, the missed chances, and the years you may or may not think you wasted. The version of you wish you had been. None of that is available for editing anymore. And depending on who you are, that can feel very scary in your body, or it can feel incredibly freeing. But you do not need to keep replaying old conversations. You do not need to keep punishing yourself. And you don't need to keep proving anything. Because what matters is this. What are you doing today that future you will be proud of? Not next week, not next year, but today. Because when you look back at this year, 2026, I want you to feel proud, not because you did more, but because you lived better. And one of the fastest ways to reclaim peace is to go all the way back to the first step of slow living and step away, declutter, purge on purpose. Maybe you need to step away from social media, step away from constant noise, and step away from people who don't light you up. And I want to be clear here. This doesn't need to be forever, just for right now, because the only time you have, the only thing you can control is right here and right now. So you're allowed to take a break. You're allowed to hit that pause button. You're allowed to mute noisy people in your life. And you're allowed to stop explaining yourself because there's nothing wrong with you. If something leaves you feeling smaller, more anxious, and feeling as if you're behind, it does not deserve unlimited access to you, regardless of what that is. If it's a person, a place, or a thing. So I'm going to repeat that. If someone, something, someplace leaves you feeling smaller, anxious, or feeling like you're behind, that person, place, thing does not get unlimited access to you. Slow living is about protecting your energy like it matters, because it does. So let's talk a little bit about detoxing, and not like the dramatic new year, new you way we usually hear about. This instead is a stress detox. And I want you to know I am not asking you to quit your job. I'm not asking you to sell everything you own. And you most certainly do not need to move to the woods. But maybe, just maybe, you stop fighting your reality so hard. There was a past podcast episode that I recorded on disappointment. And when your expectations do not meet reality, you're full of disappointment. And let's step into this new year facing reality and not being disappointed at it, but just accepting it. So maybe instead of resenting your job, you notice, they keep paying me. There's snacks in the break room. And this job funds my life, the life that I choose. And that's not settling, that's contentment. And contentment, as we talked about in episode 209, is not giving up. It's choosing peace over constant dissatisfaction. Okay. So, how do you live as if life is happening now? This part matters because life is not later. Life is not when things, quote unquote, calm down. And life is not when you finally feel caught up. Life is now. Because the good old days, they're not behind you. They're happening right now, whether you notice them or not. This morning, this season, this absolute right now version of you. If you spend your whole life waiting for life to begin, spoiler alert, you'll miss it. Slow living teaches us to stop delaying happiness and to stop postponing joy and to stop assuming fulfillment lives somewhere else. It does not. It lives here. Okay. So let's daydream a bit and let's imagine yourself 1 year from now. You're not richer. You're not thinner. You're most certainly not busier. But maybe you're calmer and more grounded and more present. And because of that, you are proud. And not because you checked every box, but because you honored yourself. You're proud because you chose peace. You're proud because you lived intentionally. And you're proud because you didn't abandon yourself. That version of you is built one small, teeny tiny decision at a time, creating one boundary, setting the pause button one time, and taking one deep breath. So here's my invitation to you as we step into this new year and new you. Decide on purpose to live slowly and decide to look within. Decide to measure success by how your life feels and not how it looks. You don't need a brand new personality. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need presence. And this can be the beginning of the rest of your life. And not because anything or everything changes overnight, because you have made this decision. If you want to join in on my 10-minute daily journaling ritual, download the worksheet. The very first question ties into everything we're talking about because it's asking you, how do you want to feel today? So this guided worksheet is something that I have done for years. My coaching clients do it. The participants in Simple Shortcuts to Peace do it. And I promise if you take the time, 10 minutes, morning or night, your choice, it will help guide you and help you achieve the things you want to do in a calm, peaceful, grounded way. You can download that at any time, stephanieodea.com/daily, daily. If you're on the mailing list and you can't find it and it won't let you re-sign up again, search through your email provider for the daily work journaling worksheet. Also, just email me. I'm a real person. I'll write you back. I will attach the PDF. Not a problem. Steph@stephanieoday.com. But for right now, wherever you are, consider yourself loved and hugged. I think you're amazing. I think you are wonderful. And I am so proud of you. Take care and see you again next time. If you are ready to start living slowly and ditch the hustle mindset for good, reach out to me. I'm a real person and you can track me down online at stephanieoday.com. Also, if you found value in this podcast, please share it with your family and friends and tag me on Instagram at Stephanie O'Day. While you're at it, go ahead and leave a positive review on your favorite podcast app. The more we share, the more people we can reach and share the slow down lifestyle and messaging. Thank you, Slow Down Society, and have a great day.